episode of Deb Marlowe's Regency Kitchen. Today we're going to make something light and summery and pretty easy, a syllabub. A syllabub is a dessert that is an old classic British dessert. You do see it included in a lot of Regency romances, but I get the feeling that a lot of readers don't know what it is because I get a lot of questions, people asking me about it. So I thought I'd do a little demonstration. Recipes for syllabubs have been around a really long time. They are included in a lot of old cookbooks, dating all the way back to even the 14th century. So, and there is a legend that Charles II was a very big fan of the dish. And basically it's a mixture of cream and alcohol. And the legend is that the King Charles II kept cows in St. James Park so that if he ever had the urge to have a syllabub while he was out in the park riding or frolicking or, enjoying time with his court, he could have the cow's milk directly into the bowl of alcohol and the syllabub whisked right up right there. Sounds good. So the basic ingredients of a syllabub are alcohol. We're going to use a Riesling wine and a cherry brandy because I like girly drinks and that seems better than regular brandy to me. And you also add in some sweetener and flavors like lemon, juice of a lemon and zest of a lemon, and just mix it all together and then mix it in with cream and whip it up. And what you get once you've whipped it all together is it's kind of like it's a creamy, boozy whipped cream, sort of. Somewhere in the middle between a whipped cream and a mousse. And you can use it, eat it just on its own. Many people did back in the historical days. You can also use it over berries or fruit, other stone fruits, or in a trifle, and it's like I said, an old recipe that's still being used a lot today. Because I'm making my syllabub with honey this time instead of sugar, I'm warming the wine up to half a cup of Riesling, and because I live in North Carolina, I'm using the Biltmore brand, which is tasty. And you take your 5 tablespoons of honey and gently dissolve it, warming it into the wine at a low rate. After the honey is dissolved in the wine, I'm going to grate the zest of 1 lemon into the mixture while it's still a little warm. And then once you've got it all grated, just let it cool completely. Now that the wine and the honey and the zest have cooled down, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of brandy, and I've got a cherry flavored brandy because I'm a girly girl. So, and I'm not a good measurer, so. And I'm also going to put in the juice of the lemon that I zested. And I'm going to mix that all together. If I had used sugar instead of honey, I would have mixed the sugar, the wine, the brandy, the lemon juice, and the lemon zest together and let it sit in a bowl overnight. But since I used the honey and warmed it up, we're going to go ahead and transfer this to a mixing bowl right away. Now I'm going to slowly pour in a cup of heavy whipping cream and beat it until it makes soft peaks, just like you would regular whipping cream. I've got the mixture whipped to soft peaks now, and I'm going to take my mixer and whip 3 egg whites again until soft peaks, and then I'm going to mix the two together. All right, I've got my eggs whipped to a soft peak, and I'm going to fold them in together. And here's a nice little dish, finished dish of Syllabub. It could be eaten on its own, just like out of the bowl like this, or we've just tried it with some apples, and it's especially good with the blackberries. It could also be used to make up the part of a trifle if you were making an English trifle. If you give it a try, I hope you'll enjoy. It's really yummy.